We pray for peace in our country. Let our land be blessed with harmony and tranquility. Help us resolve conflicts without violence. Let our nation be a shining beacon. We pray for love and cooperation between tribes, communities, and individuals. Give our leaders strength to take our country forward in one accord. This we ask for your love's sake. Amen.
All are requested to be seated. Patriotism in our culture is best displayed by the energy and coordination of our musicians, especially our percussionists. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our talented musicians to fill your hearts and souls with a sense of pride as they perform traditional Indian music percussions. Please welcome them with a huge round of applause.
That was indeed an impressive performance. The Indian Music Percussion Ensemble was orchestrated by Mr. Prakash Livingston. The performance included traditional percussion instruments played in unison to evoke a sense of patriotism in the audience. We would now like to invite the school captain, Shiv Manish Punjabi, to deliver the welcome address.
Academic council members, teachers, and students. A very warm and patriotic welcome to each of us gathered here today to celebrate a momentous occasion that resonates deep within the heart and soul of every Indian, the 77th Independence Day. On this remarkable day, we stand united in reverence to the valor, sacrifices, and unwavering determination of the countless heroes who, with their blood, sweat, and tears, forged the path to freedom for our great nation. It is a day to remember and honor the unassailable spirit that led to the breaking of shackles and the birth of an independent India. As we hoist our tricolor flag high, let us not forget the struggles of our forefathers, but also rekindle the flame of unity, diversity, and progress that defines our incredible nation. India, a tapestry of languages, cultures, traditions, stands as a shining example of harmony amidst diversity. Let this day remind us that our strength arises from our differences and that our prosperity comes from our shared dreams. Today's celebration is not just a historic commemoration, but a testament to our commitment to upholding the values of justice, equality, and democracy that form the cornerstone of our nation. As we celebrate our independence, let us also reflect on our responsibilities towards the betterment of our society. It is a day to renew our pledge to work together for a brighter future where every citizen can experience the true essence of freedom. Freedom from ignorance, freedom from poverty, discrimination, and injustice. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of those who have joined us here today, including our principal, Dr. Madhav Deo Saraswat. Let us embrace this day as an opportunity to reignite our commitment to the progress and prosperity of our nation. As we commemorate the past, let us also envision the future that we aspire to build for generations to come. Together, hand in hand, let us strive to make India a land where every individual can soar to their fullest potential, where dreams know no bounds, and where the spirit of independence lives on in every heartbeat. Happy Independence Day, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Shiv. Hindi, our official language, has a special bond with all Indians across the globe as we feel proud of our country's diversity. Our diversity is what binds us together and maintains the peace and harmony that the country deserves. So, let's invite Dependra Mittal to deliver his speech in our official language.
सम्मान्य मुख्य अतिथि महोदय, माननीय शिक्षकगण, उपस्थित प्रिय साथियों और सम्मानित सभी उपस्थित व्यक्तियों को नमस्कार। 15 अगस्त के इस पावन अवसर पर यहाँ उपस्थित सभी लोगों को मैं ढेर सारी बधाइयाँ देना चाहूँगा। आज हम सभी इस खास और गौरवान्वित अवसर पर एक साथ इकट्ठे हुए हैं, जहाँ हम अपने देश की आज़ादी के गौरवपूर्ण अध्याय को याद करते हैं। आज 15 अगस्त को हमारा भारत एक आज़ाद राष्ट्र के रूप में 77 वर्ष का हो जाएगा। स्वतंत्रता दिवस हमें याद दिलाता है कि किस प्रकार हमारे पूर्वजों ने अपने प्राणों की बाजी लगाकर इस देश को आज़ाद किया था। हम उन वीर शहीदों को सदैव श्रद्धांजलि देते हैं जिन्होंने देश के लिए अपने सबसे बड़े बलिदान को दिया। हम उन्हें कभी नहीं भूलेंगे और उनके साहस, समर्पण और त्याग को सदैव याद रखेंगे। आज हमारा देश विश्व पटल पर अपने लोकतंत्र की बदौलत शीर्ष पर मौजूद है। इन वीर सपूतों को याद करते हुए मेरे जहन में एक कविता आई है। आओ झुककर सलाम करें उन्हें जिनकी जिंदगी में मुकाम आया है। किस कदर खुशनसीब हैं वो लोग जिनका लहू भारत के काम आया है। हमारे देश की आज़ादी में न जाने कितने ही लोगों ने अपने प्राणों की आहुति दी। इनमें से कुछ प्रमुख महात्मा गांधी, भगत सिंह, चंद्रशेखर आज़ाद, रामप्रसाद बिस्मिल, राजगुरु, लाला लाजपत राय और सुभाष चंद्र बोस हैं, जिन्हें हम सब जानते हैं और उनके बलिदान को सराहते हैं। लेकिन हमें ध्यान रखना होगा कि आज़ादी के लिए लाखों लोगों ने अपने प्राणों की आहुति दी है। तो आज हम इन वीर सपूतों के अलावा उन सभी सेनानियों को नमन करते हैं जिन्होंने हमारे देश की आज़ादी के लिए एक अहम भूमिका निभाई और अपने प्राणों का बलिदान दिया। आओ चलो फिर से वो नज़ारा याद कर लें, शहीदों के दिल में थी जो ज्वाला वो याद कर लें, जिसमें बहकर आज़ादी पहुंची थी किनारे पर, बलिदानियों के खून की वो धारा याद कर लें। स्वतंत्रता दिवस हमारे लिए एक साधना है, तपस्या है। यह दिन हमें समझाता है कि हमें आत्मनिर्भर बनने की ज़रूरत है, जिससे हम अपने देश को विश्व के अन्य राष्ट्रों के साथ सामर्थ्यपूर्वक खड़ा कर सकें। हमें शिक्षा, विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी में उन्नति करनी है ताकि हम विश्व में अपनी पहचान बना सकें। स्वतंत्रता दिवस हमें समझाता है कि हमें अपनी समाज की समस्याओं का समाधान करना है। हमें व्यापारिक दलाली, जाति धर्म भेदभाव और बढ़ती हुई गरीबी से निपटना होगा। हमें सभी वर्गों के लोगों को एक समान रूप से सम्मान देना होगा और उन्हें समाज में सम्मिलित करने के लिए समर्पित काम करना होगा। स्वतंत्रता दिवस हमें समझाता है कि हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति और विरासत को संजोने की ज़रूरत है। हमें अपनी भाषा, संस्कृति, कला और गांव को समृद्ध करने के लिए कड़ी मेहनत करनी होगी। हमें अपनी प्राचीनता को समझने और इसे आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रेरित करना होगा। स्वतंत्रता दिवस हमें समझाता है कि हमारे देश का सर्वांगीण विकास हम सभी की जिम्मेदारी है। हम सभी को मिलकर सक्रिय रूप से देश के उत्थान में योगदान देना होगा। यह हमारी राष्ट्र धरोहर है और हमें उसे समृद्ध और मजबूत बनाने के लिए मिलकर काम करना होगा। सभी भारतीय नागरिकों को एकजुट होकर अपने देश की समृद्धि और उन्नति के लिए समर्थन करना होगा। हम सभी को भारत को एक उत्कृष्ट राष्ट्र बनाने में अपना योगदान देना होगा। साथ ही हमें देशवासियों की एकजुटता, समझदारी एवं प्रगति में हमारी जी जान लगानी है। तोड़फोड़ से दूर रहकर भारत के विकास के लिए सक्रिय योगदान देने की ज़रूरत है। इस प्रकार हम सभी मिलकर अपने राष्ट्र को एक सशक्त, समृद्ध और विश्व स्तरीय राष्ट्र बनाने में सफल हो सकते हैं। अंत में मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि हमारा देश सोने की चिड़िया थी, जिसे कई वर्षों तक गुलामी की जंजीरों में बांधकर लूटा गया, लेकिन हम 15 अगस्त सन 1947 को आज़ाद हो गए। इस कल्पनाशील आज़ादी के बावजूद अभी भी हमारे समाज को कुछ बुराइयों की खराब आदत लग गई है, जिसका हम एक सुर में निर्वासन कर सकते हैं। ये बुराइयां हैं जाति, धर्म, सभी की इज्जत करना एवं बड़ों का आदर सत्कार करना। तो आइए आज हम सब शपथ लें कि आगे बढ़कर खराब आदतों को धीरे धीरे समाप्त करेंगे और सभी धर्मों को समान मानते हुए एक दूसरों की इज्जत करेंगे। ये सब कर हम एक बार फिर से सोने की चिड़िया कहला सकते हैं। आइए तोड़ दे जंजीरें जाति और धर्म की, क्योंकि असली मंजिल पाना अभी बाकी है। कभी कहलाते थे सोने की चिड़िया, उस दम्भ को दोबारा पाना अभी बाकी है। आओ आज से वादा करें कि हम अपने देश की समृद्धि के लिए प्रतिबद्ध रहेंगे और उसके उत्थान में योगदान देंगे। आओ भारत को एक उज्जवल भविष्य की दिशा में पथ प्रदर्शन करें और सभी मिलकर आज़ाद भारत की शान को बढ़ाएं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you, Dipendra. Indian music is what binds us Indians together throughout the world, as it exudes pride and patriotism through its powerful lyrics, rhythm, and singing style. We Indians express our love and affection for the country through our music, as the world watches in awe. So let's welcome with a huge round of applause the Indian Music Choir to perform the song, including lyrics from 28 languages, Jaitu Jaitu Bharatam.
विश्व प्रेम की ओर चदरिया, विश्व प्रेम की ओर चदरिया, सच्चे सुर में गाता है, एक सुरीली आशा लेकर सूरज नए उगाता है। विश्व प्रेम चादर देके शूद्र शूरे गाता है, संतम मानल पुण्य पविलियल आर्य माधव तोंडिले, विश्व प्रेमाची ओढण चादर खाया सुरानी गाता है, एक सुरीली आशा लईने सूरज नवो उगाडे छे। जागा हुआ भारत है ये, जागा हुआ भारत है ये, जागा हुआ भारत है ये, जागा हुआ भारत है ये। जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, वसुदैव कुटुम्बकम, जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, वसुदैव कुटुम्बकम, जयतु भारतम। श्वास मेरी प्राण मेरा, तू ही मेरा मन, बस तू ही है प्रेम मेरा पहला और प्रथम। कर्मदात्री जन्मदात्री कई, मानो अनुदार पोसी अंकिता मौना। सुर अनेक स्वर अनेक एक है धड़कन, शब्द सारे भाव सारे है तुझे अर्पण। सुर बतेरे स्वर बतेरे एक कोई धड़कन, शब्द मोर तो मधु अर्पण। प्रेम का मृदंग रंग एकता का तू, युगों युगों से एक छंद साधना का तू। ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಣ್ಣ ಸೇರಿ ನಿರುವ ಪ್ರೇಮ ನಾದನಿ, ಯುಗ ಯುಗಗಳ ಸಾಧನೆಯ ಶಿಖರ ನಾದನಿ। ईशान तू महान, ज्योति तू किरण, पवन पवन गगन गगन करे तुझे नमन। अभिमान मानुनी के राग लग्गुनी, विमान भूमि निंद्य बुंद कुंभि दुंदिता। जागल हमार भारत है ये, जारी उद्योग भारत सचो। जागतो हम भारतो, थारी इंडिया बाई पितो। जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, वसुदैव कुटुम्बकम, जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, वसुदैव कुटुम्बकम, जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, जयतु भारतम, वसुदैव कुटुम्बकम, जयतु भारतम।
That was indeed an exuberant performance. The Indian Music Choir was orchestrated by Mr. Vishnu. Now, we would like to invite Suhaan Chowdhary to deliver his speech.
I quote, "Every citizen of India must remember that he's an Indian and he has every right in this country, but with certain duties." These powerful words by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel deeply resonated within me as we gather here to celebrate the completion of 76 years of independence and marking the 77th year of independence. My heart swells with pride and gratitude for the sacrifices of those who fought for our freedom. I am Suhaan, a proud Indian and a student of MYP4, and I stand before you today with a heart full of reverence for our past and hope for our future. As we mark this historic day, I'm reminded of the profound journey that has led us to break free from the shackles of British colonial rule. It was a journey marked by unwavering determination, sacrifice, and a shared vision of a better India. Our forefathers, guided by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, showed us a path of nonviolence and civil disobedience. They didn't just fight for political change, they fought for our right to self determination, fairness, and human dignity. This legacy lives on, and it is up to us, the youth of India, to ensure that we honor their sacrifices by using our freedom responsibly and purposefully. Education, I believe, is the cornerstone of progress. Every child, regardless of the circumstances, deserves access to quality education. It is our duty to ensure that knowledge reaches every corner of our nation, for education not only empowers us, but also helps us to equip a better future. Today, we find ourselves in a digital age where innovation and technology are reshaping the world. India, too, has taken great strides in this realm. The recent Chandrayaan 3 mission showcases our prowess in space exploration, and our advancements in AI and digital economy are in line with the visionary path set by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As I stand here, I can't help but feel a sense of pride knowing that we are carrying out their aspirations. In our pursuit of progress, let's not forget the values that define us as Indians: compassion, tolerance, and unity in diversity. Our strength lies in our ability to embrace our differences and work together towards a brighter future. It's our duty to ensure that the flame of unity burns even brighter in the years to come. Sports, another arena where we excel, has shown us the power of determination and teamwork. Our athletes, especially the women, have shattered stereotypes and brought glory to our nation. Their achievements mirror the indomitable spirit that has always defined India. I urge my fellow young citizens to be active participants in the democratic process. Even though we might not have the right to vote yet, we can still make our voices heard for advocating for causes we believe in. By spreading awareness about important issues and by standing up against injustice, our actions might inspire those around us and contribute to a more inclusive and just society. I would like to conclude my speech by emphasizing that we should remember that our freedom is not just a privilege, it is a responsibility. Let us be the generation that ensures the flame of freedom continues to burn brightly, illuminating the path for generations to come. I believe that our journey towards true independence doesn't stop at gaining political freedom. It extends to achieving freedom from poverty, inequality, discrimination, and ignorance. It's a journey that requires us to be united in our efforts, regardless of our age, gender, religion, or background. Jai Hind, Happy Independence Day.
Thank you, Suhan. Today we are here to commemorate the Indian Independence Day while promoting the values of trust, harmony, and peace, honoring the sacrifices of the freedom fighters, and celebrating the progress India has made. It also emphasizes the importance of trust in fostering unity, embracing diversity, and building bridges of peace within India and beyond. By embracing trust, empathy, and unity, we can contribute to a more harmonious and peaceful society, carrying forward the spirit of independence for generations to come. So here come the dancers of our school to sweep you off your feet and get you moving to their powerful songs and dynamic dance moves. Please welcome the dancers with a huge round of applause.
इस गूंज से गिर जाएगा आसमान भी कदमों में। रग रग में जोश की बूंदे, बूंदों में जीत ही गूंजे। इस गूंज से गिर जाएगा आसमान भी कदमों में। रोको ना सपनों के तूफानों को, रोको ना जज्बों की उड़ानों को, रोको ना आंखों के निशानों को। आग जैसे बरसा दे ये इरादे, जिगरा है जिगरा है जिगरा है जिगरा है, जिगरे से निकलेंगी चिंगारियां। वो जिगरा है जिगरा है जिगरा है जिगरा है, जिगरे से निकलेंगी चिंगारियां।
कहानी है उसकी जो कहता था गुलामी किसी की अच्छी नहीं होती और आजादी तुम्हें कोई देता नहीं, आजादी छीननी पड़ती है।
As we say in India, where there is righteousness in the heart, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is harmony, there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
வெள்ளை பூக்கள் உலகம் எங்கும் மலரவே, விழியும் பூமி அமைதிக்காக விழிகவே, மண்மேல் மஞ்சள் வெளிச்சம் விழுகவே, மலரே சோம்பல் முறித்து இழுகவே, குழந்தை விழிக்கட்டுமே தாயின் கதகதப்பில், உலகம் விடியட்டுமே பிள்ளையின் சிறு முதல் சிரிப்பு. வெள்ளை பூக்கள் உலகம் எங்கும் மலரவே மலரவே, விடியும் பூமி அமைதிக்காக விடியவே விடியவே.
That was truly an exhilarating performance. Now, we would like to invite Dr. Madhav Deo Saraswat, our Principal and Director, to address the gathering.
Good morning once again, and welcome to this wonderful day of celebrations. Sitting in front, overwhelmed with the presentations, smiling at myself that even at this age, you cannot compete with your own students. They know exactly what is to be learned and what is to be known. They have the style and they have the courage to speak in the most appropriate manner what should be spoken. I had prepared a speech for today. It took me more than 2 hours. And here I stand, sharing with all of you. There is nothing, not even a single word, which has not been spoken by the people, by the students who were here on this podium speaking. So I said, instead of reading that speech, which will merely be a repetition of words, and my fear might come true. And what is that fear I have? My fear is that these days and such wonderful celebrations just become or reduce to a date. There is a 15th August, there is 26th January. We come, we celebrate, we remind ourselves, and we forget. And we are back to normal. So what should I be telling you? Or what we should be discussing? Dependra Mittal can speak better Hindi than me, believe. He's much better a speaker in Hindi than I can ever imagine. And so as a school captain, hats off to both of you and all the teachers who have worked with you. But he used a word, and the word was Sone ki Chidiya. Golden word. So please allow me to put few things as candidly as possible so that there is a perspective for all of us. As a school, as a learning community. Because while I was listening to all these people, I was just trying to relate all that with ourselves. And that's my understanding. I would request all of you not to talk and listen to me very, very carefully. And I mean it, because that's the perspective I want to put forward. And it's important for all of us to understand that. Because we, as a community, also have the shades of our past. And because of those shades, the golden word had to undergo slavery for more than 3 centuries. And if we don't understand that, I think even we, not only as community, but also as individuals, will be repeating the same mistake. So if there was an abundance and there was extraordinary prosperity, then how come foreigners could invade the country? Because prosperity also gave them misplaced arrogance. They gave them sense of entitlement. As a nation, we became selfish and self-centered. The only thing which we bothered about our own selves. And we didn't realize that while we were too engrossed with ourselves, we lost the nation to invaders. Let's ask ourselves that have we also started suffering from these weaknesses? Do we see the traces of arrogance, sense of entitlement, selfishness, disrespect, taken for granted attitude? If there are traces in this community, be it amongst adults or be it amongst students or the parents, then let's be prepared. This time it won't be nation because I am talking about individuals. But surely our prosperity, our future, our self-esteem, and our individual freedom will certainly be invaded. No matter what you think today, the way the Indian Rajas and Maharajas used to think that nobody will be able to touch us. Are we prepared for that? So that is the trace. These are the traces of past. What we saw in last 20-25 minutes was representation of the capabilities of this community. It was representation of common understanding of what is correct and what is not. It was representation of sense of gratitude, and it was also appreciation for what we have at this point of time. But how seriously do we take it? What is that message that we find for ourselves as individuals? What is that I am learning from this? And if I'm not learning, I am busy smiling, I am busy talking, and I'm looking forward for the principal to shut up, then my friends, the fear is that it is just a day. There is no point, there is no point of this celebration. Because such celebrations without meaning, without purpose, without learning, strengthens our hypocrisy, adds one more layer to our hypocrisy. And as a nation, I'm so sorry to submit that as a nation, we are master. We are master of words and very, very poor in our actions. And this gap between what we say and what we do is the source, is the real reason for our unhappiness. So my request, my submission to all of us, including myself, that even I should be aware what I am sharing with all of you, is that let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be sincere for ourselves. And let's speak only what we can bring in our lives, in our actions. In that song, there was a Hindi expression again, and it said, "Azadi छीननी पड़ती है." It's a very colloquial expression, but a meaningful expression. And students need to understand, I am talking to you, that if we don't respect the freedom, if we don't appreciate the spaces which have been given to each individual, then this freedom can be taken away any time, because no community will allow you to disregard freedom. And once that freedom is taken, then the school would not remain school. It will become a jail. But the fact is that who will be responsible for that? Imagine boarding house parent, instead of sleeping from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., is busy taking rounds of your rooms or dormitories because he is not sure how you will use that freedom. And the person who is not sleeping the whole night, what kind of relationship or what kind of behavior should you be expecting from him or from her? So if there is no personal bond, or if you see that person devoid of affection and understanding, let's ask ourselves that who is responsible for spoiling this relationship? What is the job of boarding house parent? I am just giving you an example. To look after you, to care for you, to replace your parents to a certain extent, be with you when you need an adult. But because we chose to disregard our freedom, we have reduced that beautiful person to a night watchman. And dear friends, do you know why? It should hurt you. And you should tell your parents that this is what your principal has said. Because there is a misplaced sense of entitlement. We don't have respect for people around us. We don't respect adults around us. If it is so, we will continue celebrating 15th of August. But we have to ask ourselves then when we would be free from our limitations and weaknesses. My dear students, such days should be taken as an opportunity, not just a day on calendar. A day to remind ourselves as individuals and as community, we should come together and we should reiterate what we believe in, who we are, and what kind of community we would like to be, and then work towards that with utmost sincerity. And if we are doing that, then actually we are celebrating Independence Day. I'm not sure that, how many of you would, or is there anyone who has talked about the beauty? All of us have talked about the struggle. And we will continue talking about the sacrifices and the struggle to get the freedom back. But let me tell you about the beauty of that struggle. And that's why this nation is so special, extraordinary, and the best. And that beauty is that even that struggle was so principled that not even once our leaders deviated from those principles. They fought, they sacrificed their lives, but they never ever deviated from the principles they wanted to follow. Because anything which we get or acquire or receive through unfair means or in an unprincipled manner is temporary. So for example, that my extended essay is written by someone else. I might get 41, 42, but the fact is that that's not the way to get 41. Just an example. So please don't forget that there was a beauty in that struggle. And this is what all of us need to remember. That as a nation, even our freedom fighters, at that point of time, when we were the weakest and at the receiving end, we chose not to give up our principles. And today, and especially this community, when we have everything at our disposal, everything which we can imagine to prosper, to progress, to perform. Is there a need? Is there a need to reduce ourselves into lesser human beings? Think about it. And if it is not, then fill yourself. Keep on reminding yourself on daily basis, hourly basis, that you should be grateful all the time, because you have everything possible to succeed, to be happy, and to flourish, to thrive in your lives. I will conclude, but before concluding, I want to read a quote. And this quote is by Pope John Paul II. And he says something. And that's for all of us. I quote, "When freedom does not have a purpose, when it does not wish to know anything about the rule of law engraved in the hearts of men and women, when it does not listen to the voice of conscience, it turns against humanity and society." So as a community, let's have a heart, let's have a purpose, let's have unity, and let's have conscience. My friends, you have the power, you have the potential, and you have the resources. And it will be unfortunate even if one individual sitting in front of me doesn't thrive. I'm not talking about community as a whole. I'm talking about even one individual fails to achieve the best. It will be pity. So, let's submit to the Almighty that may this day inspire us to be kind, caring, and generous humans, gracious individuals, responsible citizens, and torchbearers of progress. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words on this special occasion. We would now like to invite the girls' school captain, Hemangini Twinkle Chawla, to deliver the expression of gratitude.
A very good morning to each and everyone present here. It is a true honor and privilege for me to deliver the vote of thanks on this auspicious day where we have marked the 77th Independence Day. I would like to begin by thanking Shiven Raj Chulakya for leading us in the prayer. I thank Dependra Mittal of grade 9 for delivering a speech in our official language. I now thank Shiv Manish Punjabi, the school captain, for welcoming everyone. Furthermore, I want to thank our principal and director, Dr. Madhav Deo Saraswat, for his wise words. I thank the teachers who supported the performers of today's event and staff at all levels for their unwavering support. Additionally, I thank the MCs for today, Vedika, Trinab, and Magirin, for taking us through the event. I would want to thank each and every student who participated to make this program a grand success. Lastly, I want to thank the forefathers of our country for securing us with what is deemed to be the right to freedom. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Hemangini. All are requested to rise for the national song Vande Matram.